Today in the shop, we fix Sean Spiderco. Now, this isn't going to be a very big fix at all. This is a Sean Spiderco knife. It's treated him pretty well. I know we got it as a bargain from someone who had it and needed money. And it's given Sean quite a few years of faithful service so far. And the only thing really wrong with it right now is this pocket clip is not real great. It, in its current configuration, it has a habit of deploying itself onto the floor anytime Sean reaches in his pocket or rubs up against something, which can be embarrassing in social situations. So what we're going to use is use the tiny Torx tool bit to remove that, transfer it over to the vise, do a little bit of creative bending, and put it back to factory spec. After searching through the micro tool bit here, we're able to discover that this was indeed a Torx 6 bit, which is marked just on the shank there. So we'll pull these 3 little screws out, and then we'll be able to set this up in the bench and do some bending. So with the screws removed, it's just a matter of pulling it off, punch them out, and then what we'll do is we'll put a little bit of tape over here, so when we clamp it in the vise jaws we won't do any damage. And then I'm going to use a wide bladed crescent wrench to bend the upper tab here back into position. We're set up in the vise, and notice I've got this massive crescent wrench. And the main thing here is just to provide full support across the little tab and use it just like a sheet metal brake. You'll find that you can use crescent wrenches like this for bending all sorts of little projects, and it does a really nice job. So, just bending the wrist. Let's check our work. Not bad, got it on the first try. So what I'll do now is remove the tape, apply some blue Loctite back to the threads here so they don't back out, and then reinstall it and put it back together. So, we've got our blue Loctite on our 3 screws, and everything's back and installed. And we did a nice job there. This is not the case of it being a difficult job. It's a matter of having the right assorted toolkit for working on these knives. I've had to do similar stuff with my own CRKT products where the belt clip after some use just loses its spring, bends away, and then starts throwing your knife on the ground. And which can lead to embarrassing situations depending on where you are and the group of people you might be around at that time. And as a final little tune-up piece, I gave the joint a shot of this multi-use Teflon, which just keeps the pivot all nice and lubricated, so it's all nice and smooth. Flips open, and it's good to go. Thanks for watching, and we'll bring along some more short little shop projects like this as we have time to develop them.